You only got so much energy as a person, and we want everyone to feel as though they're giving their best.
Okay, stop. Redo that answer. I don't care about the person. I only care about John Ebron.
Hello, I'm Kai Sorensen, Director of Podcasts at Balancing Life's Issues, and welcome to This Is Your Job Now, because leadership today isn't just about what you do, it's about how you show up. In this episode, Wendy Wollner, CEO of Balancing Life's Issues, opens up with a powerful reflection on why caring about Pride Month isn't optional for leaders. Then you'll hear from John Ebron, a retired service member and leadership coach who shares what it was like to serve under Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and why visibility at work still matters. And finally, we bring you inside a real coaching session between Wendy and John, a raw conversation about identity, impact, and what it truly means to lead with empathy. Let's get started.
Hi. So let me take you back to senior prom. I know, a few years ago, but I had the most amazing prom date. I'm sure many of you can relate. He was charming, adorable, super smart. I mean, kind of the guy that everybody wanted to go with. And we had an amazing time. And we stopped by his house to get some change of clothes because we we're going to do the beach thing. Or maybe some of you did the beach thing afterwards. And sitting on the stoop was a young man who was very, very upset. And I came to learn that that was my date's boyfriend. My date was gay. This was one of my closest friends in the world, and he did not feel like he could tell me. As a matter of fact, decades later, he's never come to a reunion. Really, we barely speak. And he really feels that his entire high school was a lie. It was a part of him that just he was never able to talk about. That story stayed with me. And then years later, when I ended up getting divorced, I remember my boss saying to me, Wendy, why don't you just leave your wedding picture up? Like, it's a better look for HR. Like, it's a better look if you're married, more stable, more secure. Like, basically lie about who you are. Well, these stories are why I'm so excited on This Is Your Job Now, our brand new launched, redone podcast to tell you you have a different type of job today. You need to find out all and everything about the team that works for you. We are doing a huge shout out to Pride Month because now is the time to address this as a leader. As you listen to John Ebron, I want you to invite you to realize what a gem, what a absolute gem John is on our team, and how incredibly fortunate that I got to know all of John, not just part of John, and how difficult it is for someone who was really wired on the Don't Ask, Don't Tell, as you'll come to learn, as a Black, gay, incredibly loyal part of our services, has learned to share who he really is and why that's so important. So please listen to us. Follow us on YouTube. Connect with me on LinkedIn, Wendy Wollner. Wherever you listen to podcasts, please go and look for This Is Your Job Now. I can't wait to hear from you.
Hi, my name is John Ebron. I'm the founder of Ebron Coaching and Consulting, a leadership and personal development firm helping people unlock their full potential through transformative coaching and strategic training. Now, as an entrepreneur and a retired combat service member and a proud member of the LGBTQIA+ community, I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to discuss the importance of visibility during Pride Month. I want to share a personal story that helped shape my understanding of why visibility matters, especially for leaders and managers. During my 20 years of service in the United States Army, 16 of those years were spent under the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy. This policy meant that I had to conceal a fundamental part of who I am, and the pressure and the isolation of hiding my identity took a toll not only on my mental health, but also on my ability to serve at my best. The lack of visibility and the fear of being discovered created an environment where I couldn't fully bring my whole self to my role. This is why visibility matters. For one, it fosters an environment of authenticity and trust. When people can be open about who they are, they can contribute more effectively and more creatively. Visibility helps dismantle stereotypes and builds empathy, allowing teams to function more cohesively. As leaders and managers, embracing and promoting visibility is not just about supporting the LGBTQIA+ community. It's about fostering a workplace where everyone feels safe and valued. So, as you can see, your leadership, your influence, it really makes a big difference in the lives of your employees. Now, for me, after the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, I was approached by a local newspaper to share my experiences of serving out and proudly 6 months after the repeal. This was a huge thing for me. It essentially was my coming out story. And I was fortunate to have a leader who took a strong, supportive stance. Now, despite significant opposition, my commander stood firm, many advising him to keep me closeted for the sake of avoiding controversy. But instead, my commander made it clear, it is our job to support our people so that they can accomplish the mission. And with this unwavering support, it not only helped me embrace my identity openly, but it also set a powerful message throughout the unit. It demonstrated that inclusive leadership isn't just about policy. It's about taking a stand for the people that you lead and creating a space where everyone can thrive. So, how can you, as a leader, promote visibility and inclusion in your organization? Start by creating a culture of openness and respect. Encourage dialogue and listen actively to your team's experiences and stand up against discrimination. Representation matters, and having a visible role model within your organization can inspire others to be their authentic selves. So as we celebrate Pride in all its fun and festivities, let's remember that visibility is more than just a concept. It's a commitment to inclusivity and respect. So take a moment to reflect on how you can support visibility in your teams and lead by example, because this is your job now.
First of all, let me just start with a huge thank you.
Thank you.
Tons of gratitude and permission to go into a little bit of a coaching session for about 4 minutes. John, you are one of the most valuable assets to my world. I'm incredibly grateful for the impact that you have on our clients and our world and getting to know you. But let's just take a journey for a second. When you first came on, as open and honest as you were, you didn't share right away on day one, minute one, that you happened to be gay, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Why?
Condition. Being in the military, you just don't talk about it. And being in the Black community, you don't talk about it. Right.
Wow. Interesting. So you've got this, what we call in the dating world, John, some baggage going on.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So it took quite some time for me to learn that about you. And what would you say after we found out this really important personal information happened to your career here at BLI? What happened after we learned so much more about you? What did you notice?
Well, my opportunities exploded. Right.
Wait, what? Say that one more time. What happened?
My opportunities exploded. Yeah.
Wait, just say that one more time for a little drama. What happened?
My opportunities exploded. Absolutely.
So for those people listening about our leadership job and why it changes, when we learn air quotes personal information, the world can sometimes open up.
Absolutely. Right. You get to breathe because you don't have to expend so much energy holding back part of yourself and being 100% effective,
So if you were to critique me, the good, the bad, the ugly as a leader, what do you think Wendy did well as a CEO? What do you think she could have done better? And what do you think she should work on?
Well, what went well was the overwhelming acceptance. It was almost like a wave. It almost knocked me over, right? Because I wasn't expecting that. I'm at the point now where I would just say it and not know what is going to come from it, right? So I don't have an expectation to be welcomed, or anything like that. So that was amazing, right? I think we got right to work though, right? So I still felt like the person was pushed aside, but from a different angle, right? Most of my time being pushed aside because we don't want anything to do with that. And then I felt like the person got pushed aside because we could do so much with that, right? So in both sides, two sides of the same coin, I still felt a little bit not seen because of for a different reason, I guess I could say.
So it sounds to me like I still have work to do.
We all. Yeah.
All right. So if we were to sum this up, one of the things I think we're learning as we listen is it's not getting easier. It's getting harder.
Yeah, absolutely.
So in the 12 seconds I'm about to give you, John, because that's all we get the listeners for. About 12 seconds. Drum roll. The most important reason that we need to care about Pride Month is?
The most important reason we need to care about Pride Month, again, from my perspective, is you only got so much energy as a person. And we want everyone to feel as though they're giving their best.
Okay, stop. Redo that answer. I don't care about the person. I only care about John Ebron.
Okay.
Seconds. I'm your boss. Let's pretend I'm your boss. Why should I care that you're gay?
You should care that I'm gay because that's part of me that makes up the motivation behind why I do what I do. And if I can't tap into that, I can't bring anything to you.
Perfect. Done. John, I'm saying with all the love in my heart, you are so talented and you are so gifted and you get into your own way and then you're boring.
Okay.
And I don't want to waste anybody's time. This is what I'm learning. The same thing as you, right? You want, this is what you want. You want people to go, who is he? I got to Google him. Instead of and believe me, I'm giving you the same feedback that my coaches are giving me. You shouldn't ever have to introduce yourself. You should be such a splash right in the beginning that they want to know who you are.
Thanks for listening to This Is Your Job Now, produced by me, Kai. If this episode made you think or made you feel, we hope it also made you realize you don't have to figure this out all alone. Leadership today is about presence, not perfection. To learn more, follow Wendy Wollner on LinkedIn, subscribe to Balancing Life's Issues on YouTube, or stream the podcast wherever you listen. Because if you're leading people, this is your job now. Anything else to add, Miles?
Yeah.